Hey everyone, if we haven't had the chance to meet officially maybe in person before, my name is James Weber. I am one of the pastors here at Life Church, Northwest Oklahoma City's campus. And you're getting this video today because either you've actually expressed some interest or maybe I've reached out to you about possibly joining this life group specifically for men to grow in their leadership. So this video is just kind of giving you a rundown of what to expect because we're going to get the ball rolling this month. So first things first, why are we doing this group? Since I've come on staff at Life Church, one of the things that was really apparent to me was leadership around me was constantly working on growing and developing and learning new things. And so in doing so, one of the best tools and resources to use is books. And some of the best authors in the world are out there just teaching about the things that they've learned throughout their life, and so we can use those. So in doing so over the last year and a half, I've actually read quite a few books now that I'm like, wow, this is insane. Like how I can apply this as a husband, if I had kids, how I could do this as a father, how I do it as an employee, how I do it as a servant at the church, or how I just do it even when I'm in traffic. How do I love people in the simplest and most complicated times at the same time? That's why we're doing this, is to get more men out there ready to lead others by example with these amazing resources. So in this group, we will meet once a month. I'll have two different options of when to meet. One is either in the morning before work on Mondays at 7:30 a.m. Or Wednesdays after work at 5:30 p.m. We'll meet for about an hour, and in that time, we'll come together and we will talk about how the book, how we're seeing it apply in our lives, maybe some examples of how we've already used the material, and just kind of go over some high points, some things that we had questions on, some things that we need further explanation. But I hope you know that these books that we have, these 10 books over the next year that I hope to go through with each of you, have had huge impacts, and they are strategically picked out just based off of the massive impact that they've had in my life, and how others have come up to me and just said, man, like I've noticed something different, and maybe it was just from this book. So that is kind of the logistics of when and why. What I do know for me is that I don't read books. I don't like to read a physical book if it's not fiction. And so for me, Audible is a great resource. And so I'd say don't hesitate to use Audible if you like to listen to books. I have a 30-minute drive to and from work every single day with traffic. So on my way to work, that's what I do. I listen to the book that I'm currently going through right now. And on my way home, I'll listen to whatever. But on the way to work, I make sure that I always set aside that time to make sure that I'm pouring in and investing that time wisely. So here's the thing. This is not going to be easy, right? It's going to take effort. It's going to challenge you. It's like it challenged me to really push myself, to push yourself, to be that better leader, to be the better husband, the better father, everything. And it's going to cost something too. Like I said before, I love my commute is 30 minutes, and I'd love to be listening to music or sports podcast or whatever, but I sacrifice that to make sure that I listen and I'm investing in my own future, in my own leadership, and my own skill set to make sure that I'm able to do that in the world. And so it's going to cost something, but I promise you, it is going to impact far more, and it's going to be a bigger gain in your life and those around you once you've gone through all these things. And you're just going to be like, wow. At the end of 2021, I hope that you see the difference in your life, but you also begin to have other people saying, you know, I noticed this about you. I noticed that you're a great leader, and so God will open more doors as we continue to develop, as He's gifted us with the opportunity to do so. So we'll have a group text. That's what this is for. That's what this is in. This video is. So if you ever have questions, feel free to give me a call or a text. I'll give you a hint. I am much better on the phone than I am texting you back. So either one is fine, though. If you ever have questions about a book before we're going to meet or right afterwards, feel free to communicate in this text group. But what I would say is, rather than everybody responding with text messages, if you have insight to someone's question, I really would encourage you to say, hey, I'd love to talk with you on the phone for a minute, and then go over the phone the details of whatever it is. Just really encourage that type of community. I think that we can really grow stronger together with those stories and those perspectives. So if you have any questions at all, let me know. This is my phone number, so call or text anytime. Thanks.